Hi everyone. If you clicked on this video, most likely you are struggling to get into AI field, or you are considering what to study because you want to become a data scientist or you want to build AI solutions, and you're basically a little bit lost in all this flood of roles on the market, because when you type in data scientist, you usually get with a long list of various roles. And in this video specifically, I would like a little bit to bring light on what are different roles currently in the AI field at the moment from practice. Okay, I work in London, and specifically as a data scientist, and this channel named Natural Language in Artificial Intelligence because NLP, this is my main focus in AI. I did masters as a data scientist in the UK here with a focus on natural language processing. And last 6 years, plus, I'm working as a data scientist with main focus in NLP, now generative AI and LLMs. And now I'm a lead data scientist, right? So I would like a little bit to bring more clarity on how to get into the field and what I would recommend you to focus on for different roles, right? So first, I do a walkthrough of various roles which currently around in my battery is fine. Which roles which currently are most popular in the AI field, in the high demand, what they are, how they differentiate. For example, if you type in jobs in data science or jobs in AI, you will get a huge list of vacancies, and each vacancy will have different job spec, job description with the different requirements. And you like literally, I see that guys are literally lost and they don't know where to start, because I also do some volunteering work at the university here in the UK as a mentor for data science and AI students. So basically to give them the same information what I'm trying to pass in this video, but more in one-to-one mentoring sessions, right? More privately. Okay, so what are the roles in the AI field at the moment in general? So the most popular, and maybe a little bit of hype already, a data scientist. And you will be surprised how different an understanding of this role. And usually, from already my experience, if company they want data scientists, most likely without any clarification, only data scientist, most likely they are not sure what they're looking for. What I mean by this, they want to find a person who will build AI for them. Okay, but because now, what is going on? Why am I? Okay, because at the moment, the full workflow end-to-end solution, right? If you're a data scientist, basically what in general you may want to cover, but this is experienced usually data scientists, you basically cover your work initially with the business, right, or product team. If in the company they have product management, product team who provide you a specification of what they want to build from business perspective. But not every company has this. Most likely this will be defined in a very informal way by some department who want some AI feature, right? Let's not talk about this. Maybe in next video, if you want me to talk more about this initial stage, just drop me a line in the comment, okay? So I will do a recording later on. So initially, data scientists try to turn these business requirements and shape it into a data science problem. Okay, this is usually initial step. Basically, to see to understand what really business want to achieve, what they want to achieve with their final ideas, final solution, right? And how you can apply AI, not going into nitty-gritty, not thinking about which algorithms or how you will tackle exactly the problem. You just have to know this massive understanding of what's available on the market, where AI really can fit, and you specify, agree on the final requirements and acceptance criteria for the with the product, right? So this is initial usually stage. Then you move on to proof of concept. This is usually data scientist's job, which is more like a data scientist job slash a data analyst, because obviously you will be working with some data. And this initial discovery stage, right, usually to understand the data, and you do, as a part of data scientist work, you do data analysis, exploratory data analysis usually, right? The deep one, to understand the shape of the data, various edge cases you may expect. Further, to consider this information on the further stages when you start experimenting and try different algorithms, right? To understand which algorithm you can apply, you need to know what your input will be. And at this stage, some company, they have data analysts covering this and doing simple like statistical analysis on the various data sets, assuming you have already data, right? Because you don't have a data. If you don't have a data, you need data engineer to get the data. And in some companies, you also assume that and usually this is truth, why in job specs for the data scientists, you would expect, you see that they mention SQL knowledge. This is to be able to fetch data from database, right? I don't think SQL is pretty complex. So yeah, I would encourage everyone who want to get into data science field, into AI in general, to learn a little bit SQL. Just basic one. No need to go into PL/SQL when you need to write functions. This is usually for database developer people who are professional in this. But to run a normal SQL queries, optimized one, because sometimes you may be dealing with the big data. So this is usually very good when person who you are having on the interview, they know how to pull out data from database, right? So SQL. If you don't have, in some big companies, this can be managed by data engineers, right? If company is large, they have budget to hire many people, and usually data scientists can tell to data engineer that, okay guys, I need data set with these fields, this size, etc., etc. So you provide requirements regarding what you got from the product. Move on in the process. After you got the data sets, you have something to experiment with, you work on proof of concept, right? You are given certain amount of time. This also depends on the project management, what time frame set for a specific solution a company want to build. So you're given certain amount of time. Within this amount of time, you build data, you build proof of concept. This is either data science job to figure out the solution. Sometimes this may be also a machine learning engineer doing this work. So data scientists shaping only requirements and what actually business wants from technical perspective, and giving passing this to machine learning engineer. But in real world, in industry, usually this is work by data scientists, right? So you are working, you are figuring out you're doing solution kind of architecture, right? Solution design, how you solve the problem. We will put this on the later videos, right? Again, if you are interested in me to talk, explain more in practice how to work, how usually work goes on the solution design, data science or AI solution design, drop me a line in the comments. As soon as you build your POC, you evaluated the results, you see that you meet the criteria, right, acceptance criteria from the product one, initial one, you do a presentation. And this is one more skill which this is must have for data scientists. You should be able to communicate and present your outcomes. So first you're communicating on the stage when you try to understand the business problem, right? So you're communicating with the product, and then you are communicating your outcomes, bringing back. And in this stage, this is what they usually call in job spec presentation skills and communication skills to communicate with technical and non-technical audience, because the outside technical team, they won't understand various terminology, tech terminology, which will understand your teammate, right, in the data science team. Okay, moving on. Let's say product approved. So here you see, so we already spotted four roles, kind of functionality separate one, but this all in practice covered by data scientists. In most of the cases, we spotted already data scientist as an initial stage, right? Like product data scientist. Then we spotted data engineer, data analyst, then again experimentation work, kind of machine learning, but not necessarily, because at this stage, if you use, let's say, some LLMs, right? I have here Llama at the backend. So if you use, let's say, LLMs or external API like ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, you may want at this stage you already become an AI engineer, or because you AI engineer, these are guys now most likely they understand that those who work or build apps quickly using these LLMs, paid APIs, right? So with the ChatGPT, like you can literally for like a couple of hours write an app, right, which will use ChatGPT, etc. So you will have even some small app. Okay, and here also we have prompt engineering, right? Probably you heard about prompt engineering work, like prompt engineer or AI engineer. So if they call AI engineer, for example, for me, it is usually ends to kind of, I get a feeling that this person can write only prompts, prompt engineer, right? So basically, because to call ChatGPT, it's just few lines of code, and the main part of this work is to figure out the prompt, right? Or do, or they call it agents, right? A kind of flow coding practice, etc., etc. I'm not diving in today because this is not interest of this video. Okay, then you presented your POC. You are moving that was approved. Company allocated some resources to build this solution, right? So proper one. So you do coding proper one. So sometimes at this stage, machine learning engineer taking over some solution pre-built by data scientists. And here, what I notice the most, and where the value of data scientists, when data scientists can write good quality code. Okay, because some data scientists, they just can figure out some a set of algorithms, right, or train model in just Jupyter Notebook, and this is what they deliver, let's say, to machine learning engineer, and those guys already tune the model, write proper code, so basically shape it in a real application. Okay, make it code good enough to be productionized. So here we have, so that's why companies, if the one person called data scientist, if you know Python good enough that your code not messy, right? You're not like writing Jupyter Notebook as you're writing a letter to your mom or grandmom, but you have clean code with the scripts, with OOP in place, it is optimized, etc., etc. If you are able to do this software engineering part, this is a huge value of you as a data scientist, trust me. Then we move to next stage where we need to do MLOPS. Okay, we need to productionize our model. And if before it was BERT, it is quite small, easy. Now, that's why now it is on the rise, lots of demand for MLOps guys. Those who are not DevOps, because DevOps, this is to do operations for the software, but with the LLM specifically, we have a huge need of a proper MLOps pipeline, machine learning operations pipeline, where you will want to have monitoring, okay, model monitoring in production. You might have I don't know, model improvement in production cycle, etc., etc. Depends on the time you are given to work on this specific project, depends on the so many factors. So MLOps position here, right, in the pipeline. And then if this old solution needs to be integrated in a bigger software, which you have, let's say, in the company, you communicate with other dev teams, software engineering teams who need to integrate your solution. So you're basically communicating to them. So your data science AI solution gets integrated, not breaking anything else. Okay, what else I missed? Testing, right? Testing stage, again, if you need testers. But more normally this is done inside the team by different people who knows the product, right? In large companies, they can afford QA testers, these guys. So one more position in the pipeline. So you see how many specialists can be involved and why so many different roles. So when you start looking for a data science job or AI specialist job. I hope this video, how many? Okay, we have almost 20 minutes. I hope you find this video helpful and useful for you. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe on the channel if you want to learn more from practitioners, right? From industry size, how really data science look like in practice. And see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hit button subscribe and like. Thank you. Bye.